Hi guys, my name is Matt Stone and welcome to my Elvis channel. Today I'd like to give you guys a little bit of history on definitely the most well-known room in Elvis Presley's Graceland mansion in North Memphis on Elvis Presley Boulevard, the Jungle Room. Most people don't know that when Elvis first bought Graceland, the Jungle Room was not there, the den was not there. Actually, a journalist in 1982 christened it the Jungle Room because of the jungle style decor. But originally that was just an outdoor carport and a patio area. You can see in the video of Elvis coming home from the army with his birthday cake and all, you could see that it's just an outdoor patio. And there's also a couple of pictures of Elvis, I'd say circa 1962 or 63, with Vernon Presley out on the patio. But in 1965, Elvis chose to enclose the 14 by 40 foot area into a den. Originally, the back door of Graceland was actually on Graceland's kitchen. Today, if you go and you view the mansion, if you pull back the curtain on that north wall, you'll see a door, the original back door of Graceland. It's hidden, but a couple times I've looked behind the curtain and you could see it right there. So in 1965, they chose to enclose the area and create a den. Now, most people think that they just chose the jungle furniture right away, but that's actually not the case. The jungle furniture was brought in 1974, so there were 9 whole years before it became the Jungle Room when it was just the den. Apparently, Vernon Presley decorated the room from furniture he found at Sears. Apparently there was a lot of big tables like you would find in a restaurant, big round tables with chrome bottoms and a big black tabletop. And there were 2 sectional couches and a big armchair for Elvis, all decorated in blonde leather. Also on one of the tables it's reported that there is a present that Priscilla got for Elvis, a little cigarette holder that doubled as a music box that played Surrender. And of course it wouldn't be a room in Graceland without a big color TV. There was a huge color TV right in the den, one of 14 in the house. In 1966, they decided to add a waterfall, which is still there today and kind of goes with the whole jungle decor of the room. And in 1971, at a Christmas party, apparently Elvis and Priscilla were bickering and fighting, and the evening was very dull, and it was very unfestive. The waterfall caught fire. I'm not exactly sure how a waterfall catches fire because it's made out of water, but it caught fire and the waterfall started burning. Also, according to multiple accounts, the room would flood very often every time it would rain, because remember, this was originally a patio. A patio doesn't really need floodproofing. Marty Lacker says that the issue was never really fixed because Vernon Presley, being notoriously cheap, Vernon always thought that they were going to be in the poorhouse one day if they didn't keep saving their money and the wealth was going to run out. So Vernon Presley would hire a $4 an hour plumber that never really fixed the problem, so the wall would leak every time it would rain. Now here's where the jungle part of the room comes in. In 1974, Vernon Presley came home and told Elvis that he had just seen the ugliest furniture he'd ever seen in his life in the window at Donald's Furniture. So Elvis Presley, being a practical jokester all his life, thought it would be funny to buy all the furniture and put it in the den. So in the room there were dark pine couches, stools, lamps, a credenza, which actually was a record player. You could see that in the Gates of Graceland video. It was a full stereo system with record storage and the phonograph, all that. Wet bar and tables, and it reminded him of Hawaii, so it looks like Elvis just decided to get a bunch of animals. For example, there was that big stuffed bear, their little animal skulls with horns on them, and of course on that big wood coffee table. And of course on that big gloss wood coffee table, there's a panther. I actually have one of those panthers. It was a staple of every 70s home. It seemed like very few homes did not have that ugly black panther sitting on their coffee table. Now, post-1973, RCA was having a lot of trouble getting Elvis into the studio to record. He did the Stax sessions, and then he recorded in 1975 at RCA Studio C. By the way, that is where he met Brian Wilson, which, by the way, you can see my video of when Elvis met Brian Wilson right up here. By the way, some new information that came to me shortly after I published that video from a great fan in the comments said that James Burton and John Wilkinson both went out to meet Brian Wilson right after they did the final take of Susan When She Tried. So 1975 produced very lackluster recordings, so there was nothing that really stood out among the bunch. Yeah, there were great songs like Green Green Grass at Home, but no hits. So Elvis being very secluded at this time, RCA decided, let's bring the studio to Elvis. So they drove the RCA mobile recording truck out back of Graceland. They took out all the furniture, they hung up some acoustical blankets, and they recorded great songs like Moody Blue, Hurt, The Last Farewell, Bitter They Are, The Harder They Fall, For the Heart, great songs. That all happened in February 1976. Now, there was a brief revival of those sessions in October of 1976, but it was called off after only 2 nights. Rumor has it that Elvis really wanted to keep the den as a studio, but plans for that were thrown out shortly after. So I hope you liked this video. I hope you found it informative. Please drop us a subscribe down below for more videos like this, and leave a couple comments below if there's anything you think I missed or anything new that you learned. Thank you so much. Till next time, TCB.